Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Cartoon Soup podcast. I'm Marco. I'm here with Mal. Today we are talking about The Elephant. This is a short film created by the creators of Adventure Time, OKKL, Steven Universe, and Over the Garden Wall. So let's just go ahead and get started. The elephant follows a main character who dies and is revived into different people. In one revival, they live in a video game world, or they're a music DJ. We follow this main character going through these different lives until they meet a human and create a friendship with him and live happily ever after. The art is so good. I think my favorite art in this was the first one where they were like in a video game world. It was really nice and like I don't know how to explain it. I liked how it glowed. I don't know how to describe art. Mal, was the purple haired character a homosexual, or is that just me? Like, you agree?
Hold on, I don't even remember these people's faces. What is this? No, not list of fictional elephants. Oh my god. I'm getting angry. I'm not getting immediate results.
Okay, let's skip it then.
Wait!
Oh, okay.
What do you mean the one with the purple hair?
The main character when they had the purple hair. They're
Do
like
you just mean the main character?
yeah, but the main character changes bodies a bunch of times. But one of the times they change bodies, they're in this like pickled looking character that has purple hair and like a bunch of arms.
Was this in part 3?
Yes, I think so.
Yes, obviously. I honestly thought it was gonna be like their fairy gay mother or something. Oh, and also that art style and that specific section reminded me so much of the cartoon Stone Quackers, which I know you're not familiar with, but if anyone out there is familiar with Stone Quackers, it reminded me of that art style so much.
But yeah, I just want to mention that character is a homosexual. I like the relationship between the cat and the black-haired girl in the first portion of the story. I thought it was so sweet and cute, especially when the cat clown like shows their clown part and like is called cute by the lady.
Their name is Meowmalade?
Meowmalade? That's
Yeah.
great.
And this is according to the subtitles. So the cat is Meowmalade, and then the black-haired girl is Eyeball.
Eyeball? Oh, of course, because it came from an eyeball.
According to the subtitles.
That's so smart. That's so smart.
Oh, I do have a question though. So if Meowmalade's real face is a tiny little clown, what are the chances that they're actually secretly connected to Big Top Burger?
Okay, okay. I love that you went to that thought process because I start thinking about the 2016 clowns.
Ew, what the fuck? Why would you do that?
um, you know what? It would make a lot of sense. Like they're secretly a Jellicle or something.
What if this whole character was just an homage to Steve from Big Top Burger?
Yeah, exactly. He can play the cat can play Old Deuteronomy, which is the character Steve plays in the musical. I think starting the second part of the story with a buzz shot was crazy, but I like how the second part ends with the music ripping out of with the music guy ripping out the music button and turning into a bunch of different beings. I also like the last line the phone guy says. He basically says dissident to the end.
So you didn't like the ass jiggling?
I didn't hate it actually. I just feel like starting that story off with it was a strange choice, but like I think it's a cool choice to choose. But I actually didn't hate it.
Would you? Don't you think it's so refreshing to get a jiggly ass shot versus a jiggly boob shot?
It is actually. I do agree with that. As for the third part of the story, I like the relationship between the inventor and the TV robot person. I think their banter is so nice, and I like how they talk about how bad of an inventor the guy is. I also like how they talk about like watching TV and how much of a bad idea it was to like watch TV through the robot. And I'm just wondering how this could have been created because like these were all created into 3 separate pieces without the creators knowing about each other's piece, and yet it somehow connects very well together. And I just find that very magical. So plot hole, actually there's a plot hole. So during the Music Man well, it isn't really a plot hole. I was just gonna say to be a nerd. So during the Music Man portion, there's this black shadow thing that never gets explained, and I'm just curious what the meaning behind it or what was the purpose behind it in the story. It just is seen, disappears, and is never seen again.
Have you ever considered that because the artists didn't know what the other artists were doing, they just threw it in there?
Okay, but why would they throw it in there? Because the other artists wouldn't be able to see it in the first place.
So who cares?
I care. It doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying.
You hate when artists have creative liberty. Okay, I understand now.
I'm just saying it doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, it could also be some sort of like physical manifestation of that voice telling the music box to not seek the truth.
Fair enough.
And it's like looming over their head.
You know, fine. I'll go with that. I'll go with that.
How about you use some your critical thinking skills to assess what certain things in media could mean?
Okay, fine. I thought the end where they connected the story to the blind men in the elephant parable was so smart. Whoever did that, like, really knew what they were doing. And deserves a raise. That fucking dumbass kid asking for ice cream, even though he can't eat it, reminds me of the way lactose intolerant people eat dairy products. And you know what? That's all I'll say on that. And that's my notes.
Wow, shots fired at lactose intolerant people. I'm okay with that. Okay, it took me maybe a full minute to realize I was watching a short film and not like an Adult Swim animated bump. Because this is genuinely what it felt like. It felt like an extended Adult Swim animated bump. For part 2, I was not. Part 2, I still didn't really understand what was going on, and I didn't expect that specific part to sort of be like a curiosity killed the cat story, but I also really enjoyed it. And I liked the line art for part 2's animation. It was very nice. Continuing with the art style, in part 3, it had such beautiful looking backgrounds. It sort of had like an anime vibe to it, which not necessarily a fan of, but the backgrounds were so beautiful, especially since it was like a Christmassy setting. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I also noticed that it had kind of an anime vibe to it. And I wasn't the biggest fan of that. I feel like I wish the animation was a bit more original, but the backgrounds and like the art style was still pretty, despite that.
Oh, the two characters in part 3, if you're wondering, according to subtitles, Dan and Screeno. Greeno. You know, the character who's a TV. Their name is Screeno.
Greeno. Wow. So unique.
But I wish I could say I was surprised about Dan being hit by a car, but here it was very predictable. I did like the twist, though, with Screeno accidentally hitting its very obvious kill switch in a very obvious spot, but nothing happening because they finally wanted to stay. Would it be too far to say that this is a story about suicide?
I feel like only the last part is, well, actually, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, you're right. I'll agree with you. Overall, I thought this was a very unique short film. I love the art style for all the different like parts of the story, and I really liked it.
This was definitely something. I think I need to maybe watch it a couple more times to really soak up everything. But I get the gist. All the different art styles were great. I was very surprised but delighted to hear Sungwon Cho in this. He was Dan.
Isn't he Pro ZG on YouTube?
Yes, and he's also a voice actor in Craig of the Creek. So it was really surprising to hear his voice, but very nice. And this was just artistic enough to prompt self-introspection without it feeling pretentious.
I think the butt shot really helped with that.
That's what really that's what really grounded the jiggly butt shot.
Yeah. Anyways, y'all, that's our thoughts on the elephant. We have a gaming channel in the description. We also have other social medias in the description. That's everything for now. Don't let your brains become soup. Goodbye.